Welcome to myPitman. This orientation video will show you how to log in, access your course, start your course, and manage your learning. myPitman is a powerful learning management system where you will access all of your courses. To log into myPitman, open a browser of your choice and enter the URL that you will be given. For the purposes of this demo, we'll be using the Chrome browser. Some of the steps we perform here will require modification if you are using a different browser, such as Microsoft Edge. Enter your personal login credentials into the login screen displayed. When you have logged in, you will see your dashboard on the screen, showing the courses in which you are enrolled. Click an icon to open the corresponding course. Here we'll click the Word 2013 icon, which takes us to the course home page. Now click Modules to view the content. As you can see, all the course modules are listed in the center of the screen, and the first is the Welcome and Course eBook module. The first page in this module is the Welcome page. Click it to view the introductory information. Once you've read the information, click the Next button at the bottom of the page to move to the second part of the Welcome module, the Download Your Course eBook page. Here you are offered options for accessing the eBook. You may choose to download it using the link provided, or you can access it directly in the course. We'll look at both options shortly. Once you've viewed the information in the Welcome module, you are ready to move on to the course content. To do so, click Next. This particular course contains an introduction. We'll click Next again to move to the first page in Module 1. This page is a typical example of the content pages in the course. Some courses, such as this Word 2013 course, include activities that you complete in a virtual environment. Each page in the content of these courses generally consists of the following components. The eBook is found in the center of the screen. It provides the information that you will be learning in the form of text and images. Audio controls are located on the right side of the screen. The audio adds to the information in the eBook and provides step-by-step instructions for completing the activities. Each page also contains a link to the virtual lab environment, where you will complete activities to assist your learning. You will learn more about accessing and using this component in the virtual lab orientation video. Other courses have the eBook and audio controls on the page, but do not have a link to the virtual lab. We'll look at an example of this type of course by clicking Dashboard to show the course icons, and then clicking the HR Essentials icon. We'll click Modules to display the content for this course, and then we'll click the first page in Module 1. As you can see, this page contains the eBook and audio, but no link. With these courses, activities are performed using software on the local computer rather than in the virtual lab. Most of these activities require data files, and these are found by clicking Files. Here you will find folders containing the files you will need in the course. If the activities require data files, they will be found in the Student Files folder. You will also find a folder of model answers. You'll use these answers to check that you have completed the tasks correctly. Since these files are contained within your course, you always have access to them, regardless of where you are working or what computer you are using. You can preview a file by clicking it in the folder. When you do so, the file displays on your screen. You can view the file on your screen, but you cannot work with it. To actually use the file, you need to download it. We'll download the file by clicking the Download button. And then we'll close the preview of the file by clicking the Close button in the top right corner. To open the file on your computer, click the downloaded copy in the bottom left corner. You should now save it to your computer. At any point in the activity, or once you've finished the task, you can save the file and upload the updated copy from your computer to your My Files folder. We'll close the data file first and then upload it by clicking Account in the pane on the left and selecting Files. Your My Files folder is located here. You can create a folder in My Files in which to save your updated files by clicking the Folder button, naming the new folder, and then clicking the check mark. Now, upload the file to the new folder by clicking the new folder in My Files and then clicking the Upload button. Browse to the location of the saved file on your computer, select it, and click Open to upload it. You will now have access to that file wherever you are working. To return to your course, click Dashboard or Courses in the left pane. Click your course, click Modules, and select the page you need in Modules. If you pick up the exercise later and need to continue working with the file, simply click Account again and then Files. Locate the file in My Files, download it to your computer, and continue working from where you left off. There are also many other courses that differ from both of the course types that we've looked at. We'll look at an example of such a course by returning to the dashboard and clicking the Social Media Strategy for Business icon. When we click Modules, you can see that this type of course has fewer modules and fewer pages within each module than both of the other courses we've looked at. This is because the content for these courses is accessed by opening the page in the Course Content module and then clicking the link on that page. This link takes you to course content that is located outside the myPitman Learning Management System. The way you complete courses such as Social Media Strategy for Business, whose content is not accessed directly in myPitman, will depend on the specific course. Your course supervisor will explain how you will receive access details for courses like these and will also be happy to help with any questions you have. We'll now look at how to manage your learning for courses with content accessed directly in myPitman. We'll return to the Word 2013 course. As you'll recall, each content page for courses accessed in myPitman includes the eBook and audio controls and may contain a link to the virtual lab. There are a number of ways that you can access each of these course components to best suit the way you'd like to learn. We'll first look at the options available for the eBook. You can download the eBook on your computer to view it in a separate browser tab. You can do this from the Download Your Course eBook page in the Welcome module by clicking on the icon or the document name and then opening the downloaded file. The downloaded eBook will open in a separate tab in your browser. Alternatively, you may wish to download the eBook to a separate device, such as an e-reader. Simply access your course on the device and download the eBook in the same way. We'll now return to the course by clicking its Browser tab. You may also choose to view the eBook that is displayed on each page as you progress through the course. As you can see, when we click Next to move to the next page, the eBook is shown here too. Since the relevant module of the eBook is displayed on each page of the course in myPitman, the eBook does not need to be downloaded if you prefer not to. So, we have seen that the eBook can be accessed in 3 ways. 1. You can view it within each page of the course. 2. You can download it to a separate tab in your browser and switch between the Course tab and the eBook tab. Or 3. You can download it and follow along on a separate device, such as an e-reader. You also have a number of choices for accessing the audio in myPitman. The audio can be played within a page by clicking the play button and using the controls to pause, go forward, or go back. Alternatively, instead of playing the audio directly on the page, you can open each track in a media player window, visible above any other open windows. This allows you to access the audio controls even when you're completing activities on your computer or in the virtual lab environment. Windows Media Player, which is provided with all currently available Windows versions, has this function, as does Groove Music, which is the default media player in Windows 10. To open the audio in the media player and set the player to stay above all windows, click the Settings button at the right side of the audio that you wish to play, and then click the Download arrow that displays. When the file has downloaded, click it to open it in the default media player. Note that this function is available with other browsers such as Edge. However, the process for downloading the audio to a media player differs slightly depending on the browser. Keep in mind that when you open the media player, the audio starts immediately, so you will have to click the pause button and then drag the slider back to the beginning of the slider bar. If your default player is Windows Media Player, make sure that it is in Now Playing mode by clicking the Switch to Now Playing icon in the bottom right corner. Now, right-click the window and select Always Show Now Playing on top from the drop-down menu. The player is now available even when you move to a different browser tab or window on your screen. This allows you to pause and play the audio regardless of whatever else you are doing in the course. Once you've made this change, each time you open an audio track in the Windows Media Player, it will open in Now Playing view on top of other windows, unless the settings are changed back manually. So this process doesn't have to be repeated for each track. Groove Music, like Windows Media Player, can also be set to play above other windows. However, unlike Windows Media Player, this process needs to be repeated each time a new audio track is played. For this reason, if you have a Windows 10 computer, you may wish to make Windows Media Player the default. So, as we have shown, you can choose to play the audio in 2 ways, and you should choose the method that suits you best. You can either play the audio using the controls on each page in the course, or you can open each track in the media player and have access to the audio regardless of whether or not you are in the course. Shortly, we will look at how this choice will determine what you need to do as you go through the course. As we have noted, A very useful component of courses such as Word 2013 is the virtual lab that is accessed by clicking the link found on each page of the course. You can choose to open the lab when you first start the course, before beginning to listen to the audio, or you can click the link when the audio instructs you to begin a task. When you click the link, the lab opens in a separate browser window. In the lab environment, you are accessing a virtual computer that acts in the same manner as your local computer. Once the virtual lab environment is loaded, it resembles the desktop of a typical Windows computer, and you are able to practice the theory you are learning by following the instructions in the audio. As mentioned, the way you choose to access the ebook and audio will govern how you progress through the course. You can choose whatever setup you want and change it at any time. As you go through a course, you'll listen to the audio, read information in your ebook, and complete activities either in the virtual lab or on your computer. You may need to follow along in your ebook as you listen to the audio, and you will need to complete the activities using the step-by-step instructions in the audio or in the ebook. This means that you will need to access the audio controls, the ebook, and the lab or activity on the computer at the same time. As we are demonstrating here, you may choose to listen to the audio directly on the Course tab and follow along in your ebook, either on your computer or on a separate device. You will have to switch to the Virtual Lab Browser tab or access other windows on your computer when the audio instructs you to perform a task. If you need to pause or rewind the audio, you will have to switch back to the Course tab to do so, and then return to the lab once again when ready. Once the task is complete, switch back to the Course tab to control the audio and view the ebook if not on a separate device. Alternatively, you may choose to play each audio track in Windows Media Player and follow along in your ebook, either on your Course tab or on a separate device. When you switch to the lab or another window on your computer, you will still have access to the audio controls and will not have to return to the Course tab until the track has ended or the activity is complete. As you have seen, you can set up your myPitman course to best suit your preferences. Once you are familiar with myPitman, you will find that navigation is intuitive and easy. However, if you encounter any challenges, please speak to your course supervisor, who will be happy to help.